Welcome to part 2 of the Audition Chronicles. This one is called Not Listening to Everyone Else. And this is my absolute favorite. And it's my favorite because I'll touch on this. Acting is art, acting is creativity. I think what happened along the way as it became something that was used widely amongst the entire human race, it started to get more and more structured in the parameters as opposed to allowing it to be this free, wild, roaming beast that it is. Okay? And so it's like after so many times and so many things you hear about people saying it should be done this way or it should be done that way, you kind of say, you know what, I'm sick of it. And I'm not willing to do something the exact same way every time if it's not going to get me the result that I'm looking for. Okay? Now, I'm not saying this with everything, but once again, you got to feel it out. And this is where I was feeling it out. Sometimes you just have to break free the shackles of the norm and just go for whatever it is that you're feeling. Actor's intuition, you'll hear me say that all the time. So I got this taping for it was a TV series, and the character that I was playing was a jazz musician. So I'm like, hell yeah, I'm from New Orleans, I got this in the bag. But then I thought about, okay, how can I stand out with this? How can I make this different? So I started thinking about bringing in props. I started thinking about like having a jazz painting that I have in my bathroom behind me, and I just wanted to set the scene. But if you've been taught, like I've been taught, you know that this goes against audition etiquette in the sense that you shouldn't have anything behind you or anything like that. I'm just gonna be real with you. If a painting behind me stops me from getting a role, then that means my acting sucked and that role wasn't for me anyway to begin with. Like, all I'm saying is logically, there's just no way that something could be so distracting that it takes you from the actor. And there's a lot of people that may disagree with me, but I just feel like it's not the objective. You know, it's not the objective. You don't go and look at the ocean and all of a sudden say, oh, the waves are distracting me from the ocean, right? So why would it be that way? So anyway, I'm doing this audition and I basically throw all the etiquette out the window and I'm doing my jazz, thing and whatever, and I'm dancing around and I'm like, I just got the whole atmosphere because I can feel it. I'm from the Big Easy, right? And all of a sudden I'm like, you know what? I need to share this because this is so far out of what people have been taught to do as performers, as actors and actresses auditioning. I need to share it with them that it's okay. And especially when you book the role, it's okay. And so I booked the role and I decided to share the video, and immediately I got this message from this guy, from a couple people actually, but this guy in particular, he was like, well, I just want to go down the proper etiquette for auditioning and what you have to do, and I don't think you did it right. But I'm like, in the world of art, what is right and wrong? There's no right and wrong. Art is abstract. Acting is art. It's all abstract. There's no right and wrong. If you're getting to a place to where you're telling people they're right or they're wrong, you're wrong because you're putting a harness around their creativity. So with this is why this is titled Not Listening to Anyone Else, because you can't always listen to think that somebody knows what's best for you because you are the only one that knows what's best for you. And you guessed it, actor's intuition. You got to trust your heart, and sometimes you just got to go with it. And so I went with it, and I wound up booking that role because the casting director was so fixated on what I was doing or the atmosphere that was created, that it created a vision. All you want to do is create a vision in an image for people to see you depicted in that role. That's all that counts. And if you can do that by having 10 people behind you waving their hands in the air like they just don't care, do that. But don't limit yourself because of what somebody else has told you. Got it? See you for part 3.